Unblocking the blockchain. I think a truly fascinating topic that we all feel somewhat the power that blockchain could have. I would like to open up. Are there any questions, comments from the audience?
You talk about standards and trust. In this fourth industrial revolution, what we're seeing is that countries are being overrun by technology. And as they are being overrun, now you could be in Colombia and taking an Uber and paying in the US. Somebody's going to have to take the global lead, or some organizations or a set of organizations, and if that is, who?
I'm glad you asked that question, so let me answer it for you.
You knew this man before?
No, I've never met him. I'm quite sure he probably doesn't want to talk to me after I give him the answer.
Go ahead.
So let me talk to the core of the diamond industry, and let's hit a couple of things and nails on the head. So the diamond industry came together and created the Kimberley process. It would be the best Boy Scout promise we've ever seen. 80 countries came together and formed this allegiance to ensure the reduction of blood diamond trade was reduced, and they did a fantastic job. They reduced it by over 20%. But of course, there's still over 1% of the world trade today that is traded in blood diamonds. We, on the top line of the newspapers, we have the president of Zimbabwe screaming out to the industry at large and saying, where's my $2 billion, diamond industry, of my rightful duties and taxes because you have exported out of my country? Where is that? Where are those taxes? We then have Venezuela. The country of Venezuela was struck off the Kimberley process in around 2011, and yet it has one of the richest seams of kimberlite in the world. So these countries have been excluded from even being able to afford the opportunity to have technology. Yet the governments are in a place now where they need the technology just as an enabler to establish their GDP, to be able to give that money back into schools and education. And so when you say the question around who can bring this together, there are certain countries in the world where this is the life and death of their nation. And I speak with that with a very heavy heart. And in fact, I was in Colombia only a number of weeks ago, and we've started to work with the regulator there around one of the largest issues in fraudulent related mobile phones and deaths associated with those being stolen. And why would you say that? Because today we have smartphones in my pocket. I have 3 in my drawer. But yet the average wage for a smartphone in Colombia is 4 months' salary. In Venezuela, it's 13 months. So if I go to buy a diamond ring, I would probably have to save 3 months of my salary. That is the equivalent of a luxury good in these emerging markets. So these governments need to find a solution. These siloed systems and the ability to not have any transparency or any ability to have control over some of the record flows is the biggest problem that we face in these emerging markets.